that's nice to say as sort of a descriptor. Oh, this is the world's finest chocolate. But he actually took it a step further, and it became the name, which is world's finest chocolate.
Well, he called it world's finest chocolate because they had put this special blend of cocoa beans into making this chocolate, and he wanted to send it to friends and business associates as the world's finest chocolate.
So it was a very humble name,
right,
that he developed to basically express this is the best you're ever going to get.
That's right.
This is really part of our culture, is that we're actually helping people. Before it may have been, well, okay, we make chocolate. That was great in itself.
Right.
But to make chocolate and help people do the things that they want to do in their life that they otherwise probably wouldn't be able to do is kind of it's just very unusual in the world.
It's very satisfying to be part of that.
It is. I agree.
Right.
Hand a kid a case of chocolate, and they will end up raising more money than doing anything else that they could do. And it's almost identical. As much as things have changed, it's the same business model, which I would guess it's very unusual for a business from 1949 to 2019, or 1939, but in the fundraising side, to be virtually identical.
Right.
What did he pass on to you in leadership style?
Well, I think he passed on a couple of things to me. One was that you should always do the best job you can do at whatever it is you take on. The other thing that I think he would say is that the most important thing is sales. Mm-hmm. And so we've always focused on the people that we have selling.
So what do you think you passed on to me?
Hopefully the same thing.
What I think you instilled that is still a huge driver of our business is in the quality of the product, and to always maintain that, and then that feeds the value.
And that's a big thing that I think I brought to the company that my father couldn't bring to it, because he was not raised in an era when quality was the sole point of a company. They had to scratch for any business they could get.
And you can't argue with that success.
That's right.
That secret sauce is now fed from all these years of history and making a quality chocolate product which everyone loves and wants to be around, and then also the sort of amazing good fortune that we're in a business where we help people raise money as a good chunk of our business.
I would say, it's the people that work there. Everyone's kind of in it together to try and just achieve the company's goals.
I agree with that. It's the people, and I think it starts. It's 3 generations of the Opplers. I think it's probably just as evolved with you guys. It's one of those things I think starts at the top. Just the way, your dad was always in the factory talking to people. How many owners of companies walk around and do that to their people and appear to be genuinely happy to see them, and the people genuinely happy to see your dad? Same thing with you. It's, you stop and you can talk to people about anything. And so if it starts with you guys, and the people who maybe gravitate toward World's Finest are maybe similar. We're all committed to doing a good job. I think people care about doing a good job, and we typically, as we're interviewing people to come to World's Finest and interview them for a fit, we try to get people who you try to get some kind of passion out of them, and people who care.
I'd say passion and dedication. Both of you can tell that you're very passionate about wanting to make everything the best that it can possibly be, and not cutting corners to for the sake of the bottom line, really trying to do the right thing. That is not something that one encounters everywhere. So being passionate about what you're doing and caring about how it gets done is kind of something that I hope that I can aspire to as well. And also understanding that we're making chocolate. I think understanding that we're trying to do something that is generally a fun thing is something that's very important. And I try to not lose sight of that in my, day-to-day. It's, yeah, maybe the line's having some problems today, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna continue to make great chocolate, that deliver extraordinary value with fun and purpose. And giving a wholehearted effort, certainly something that you do. We're not doing anything in half measures, ever.
How do you feel when you walk in every day? Do you have a smile on your face? You walk in thinking it's going to be
I'm
miserable?
always smiling.
I know
man.
you are. That's what I always like about you. Is that great big
I'm
smile.
always
You know
smiling.
what?
Coming into World's Finance is, I'm not coming into a job. I'm not just coming here to punch the clock and then leave. For the most part, I take work home with me as well, but that's because I want to. I love coming in. I love my team.
What do you love about your team?
We help each other. And I think that's the greatest part, because I can't do it without them and they can't do it without me. Or we all have different parts of this machine, and that's how we keep it running.
Yeah, and we keep getting better and better, in all aspects of our business, whether it's on the office side or in the plant. I mean, that really is another thing that I feel our team has evolved to is around always wanting to get better. Or what do you like about World's Finest? How do you feel when you walk in?
It's family oriented, very family oriented. I don't want to get emotional, but when you're going through stuff, it don't seem like you're going through it alone. I mean, it's like, a group of people that's going through it with you.
What you mean by that?
Because when I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year, the staff, the HR, Vita, Nancy, Jennifer, everybody was just great and was there from the beginning to now. And I appreciate that.
You're going to make me emotional.
I know,
about
that's
it.
why I'm trying to hold back, but just great. And it makes a difference when you work for people that actually care. I don't want to cry, but they actually care about you. And not just a number or an employee. It's like family, so it makes a difference.
Yeah, you're not a number.
Yeah, I know.
We're not that way.
Yeah, I know.
And we're glad you're here, and we're glad you're back and
Yes.
feeling good.
Yes.
And
I got sold cards from Vita. She didn't have to you don't have to be nice to people, but you are.
I'm glad to hear that, because it's everyone. It's not just me who thinks
right,
that way.
right.
It's everyone in our company. What do we talk about when I walk in your office every morning at work?
First thing we talk about is sales. How is the company doing? And the company's doing fantastic.
And I think that is a testament in a little bit to my grandfather's comment that he always shared with the field and with our employees, which is nothing begins without the sale.
Absolutely.
The orders.
Yeah, we have the best sales force in the industry, maybe in many industries, and nothing would happen without them. What happened in the 90s with magazines and gift programs are now largely gone. And they've moved back to the value that is World's Finest Chocolate. And it's people, whether it's the children or the parents, talking to other people, selling them World's Finest Chocolate, because it still works, because of the quality and the value we bring out into the marketplace, and the ability for kids to be a part of that.
What, in addition to the product and that heritage of fundraising, kind of creates this place that you want to come back to each and every week?
To be at a place that has a history of success, that emphasizes fun in its mission, but also emphasizes the purpose of what we do, is ingrained. And then the quality of the chocolate, what we put into the marketplace, there's no secret to that, but you can't overemphasize what World's Finest Chocolate does and what we value the highest, which is high quality, high value product. Everybody who walks into the building is a part of that, and you just feel good about being able to provide that in the market. When we went through the rebranding of World's Finest Chocolate, which was largely driven by the fundraising business, it really spoke to our partnership with the communities where we sell chocolate, where we help people raise money for whatever needs they have, whether it's schools or leagues or whatever the activity is. And World's Finest Chocolate is WFC, and it just flowed perfectly into we fund communities. We partner with communities to fund whatever it is they need.
We fund communities. It really speaks to me as kind of that core DNA that we have now, which is this is what we do. We fund communities. We're doing it together with them each and every day. What do you talk about when you talk about World's Finest, beyond you?
Right off the bat, the very first thing that most customers know about World's Finest Chocolate is that they've been around forever, because I sold that as a kid. But the value that has been there is always something that comes up in a conversation when we're talking about the history or the company as a whole. You know, the taste is still amazing. There is no competition when it comes to chocolate, in my opinion, and in most people's opinion, and that is a great position to be in as well. You have schools that have sold World's Finest Chocolate for 50 years. That's unheard of. Nobody sold gift wrap for 50 years. Nobody sold cookie dough for 50 years.
The common theme that I hear is a passion around the business that we're in, and that it is something special and unique. And but I'm always amazed. I know why I have the passion about my family's business. That makes sense, of course. You know, you do. But to see other people who feel the same way, and in your family's case, at least as much passion as I have for the business, and a lot of our salespeople, and I just want to thank you for continuing that.
It's very genuine, because I know I speak for so many ISRs when I say this, we really do love what we do. And the fact that we believe in what we do, and the fact that we see what has come before us. And it goes back to your very first comment about your grandfather, making people feel a part of something, making people buy into something bigger than themselves. And I think that's probably where that stemmed from. Every single case of chocolate that comes out of Chicago is an amazing case of chocolate, and I do truly believe that any case of chocolate that is given to a child in a school is going to make them far more money than any brochure, any other case of chocolate from any competition, because it is the best chocolate in the world.
You know, we have this 80 years worth of heritage, family business. We make great chocolate. We help kids raise money in a way that no other company comes close today. And we have great employees, and I think we're a fun place to work. But I know why I come to work every day. It's my family's business, right? Like, that's just part of who I am. But what do you think makes it that special place?
I'm going to speak for myself, and I think most of the employees, at least the hourly employees, you're comfortable coming home, right? And to me, walking in the door from when I leave my car to when I open the door down the stairways, it's like I'm home. We know what we have to do, and we do it to the best of our knowledge sometimes, and to the best of our skills. And we treat the orders like it's our order. You do walk into like a second home, Eddie. I think that's big. That's really big, because that just makes you want to perform, do your job, and you get these new people, and it's awesome trying to deliver and transfer that knowledge and that skill to the new person. I feel proud. I really do. I can just tell the world how proud I am. And I really appreciate it. Me and all the employees.